Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sade from Third Generation Conjure, and I know it has been a while since I have done a video, but I wanted to just come on and touch base with you guys because I know it has been a while. But the topic for today's video is about manifestation. So we're going to go over the process of manifestation and also just some things to be aware of when you are doing your spiritual work and in the process of your manifestations. So before we go any further, if you are new here, my name is Sade, and I am part owner of Third Generation Conjure, and we are a spiritual company that specializes in spiritual supplies and services to help you along your spiritual journey. I am a hoodoo practitioner, so most of our products are catered to the practice of hoodoo and conjure work. So if you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and also find us on our social media platforms. I do post a lot of content and educational type resources there as well. And you can find us on TikTok, which is the official TGC. You can find us on Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure. Like us on Facebook, which is also Third Generation Conjure. You can also find us on Pinterest, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. And I will make sure to post all of those links in the description bar below. Also, if you need any kind of spiritual supplies and services, you can find us on our website, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.com. We also have an Etsy shop. We do not offer any kind of spiritual services there, but the web address for that shop where you can find our products is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to talk about manifestation, okay? So, I do services and I do rituals for a lot of different clients and customers. And one thing that I have talked about in the past, and one thing that I am adamant about, is not so much timing with manifestations. I do like fast results, don't get me wrong, but I like longevity. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Like, if I'm doing some money work for a customer, even if that's a group ritual, that's a setting of lights, I always want you to have longevity in your workings. So I would prefer maybe if we're doing work, maybe if you get a manifestation where you're getting a promotion on your job that's bringing you more money, I like that better than just getting a $20 check in the mail. Okay. So, sometimes both of them happen. And I always tell people, if you get little small results, usually that's some kind of indication that you have major results coming. You just have to show gratitude for those smaller results. And, that brings you to, any type of manifestation, whether that's you participating in some type of, spiritual ritual, or you're doing some candle work, or whatever the case may be. There are several manifestation techniques. But even with that being said, sometimes the universe and spirit will bring you small things to see if you will appreciate it. Okay. So one thing with that is gratitude opens the door for more. So, that's something that I stress all the time. If you're working money work, that may not always come in the form of money in your hand. Okay. Like I said, something small. If you work at money work and someone pays for your lunch or something like that, that's money that you did not have to spend out of your pocket. Okay. So, just make sure that that you're paying attention to that as well. Like I said, it's not something that's in your pocket. But those are something like small results that you can show gratitude for to open the door for bigger results. But, sometimes, like even with something like money work, okay? And I'm just sticking on that because that's a work that I see a lot of people are concerned with, but there's several other workings. But even with something like that, you can have something come in the form of ideas. Like, you go do your money work and then you have this idea for this business venture or this investment idea. And that's your money working. So that means that you need to follow through with that idea that you have. And if you don't follow through, then you're going to mess up your money work and you're going to mess up your manifestations. Okay. So just make sure like you pay attention to everything that is going on. Now, I'm not saying be obsessive about it, because one thing with working too, whether you work for yourself or you get someone else to set a light for you, you have to have a belief that things are going to work out and that you're going to get what you are asking for. Okay. And, I tell people all the time, spirit has no kind of concept of time. Time is a man made construct. So, you're thinking it's not coming fast enough. It's time is something that is man made. Okay. And when you understand that, then you'll also understand manifestation a little bit more. Okay. Because sometimes, just depending on what you're asking for, sometimes it may take a little bit longer. There may be some steps that need to be set up for you to get to this level. Like I stated, even with something like money work, if you get a promotion at work, guess what? Okay. You're getting more money, for that promotion, more than likely. Also, you're getting put in a higher position, which can help you to continue to step up the ladder and elevate further and further. So it's more long-term type results. And then sometimes you will, when you're getting into manifesting, sometimes it will seem like things are falling apart, but sometimes things fall apart to fall together. I'll give you an example. Like we had Mama Conjur's money drawing ritual. And I had a customer who sent me a review as a testimonial. And she said that one of the things in her petition was for her father, who was financing a house, to get a percentage rate on his loan under 5%. Okay, so the lender that they were going through, it's like everything fell apart. The deal fell through, all of that kind of stuff. So, this may have been some work she was doing on behalf of her father that he didn't know about. But anyway, the whole loan and everything fell through with that. But she told him, maybe check with your credit union. And when he did that, he got a 1% interest rate. But you see how sometimes things have to fall apart in order for other things to fall together. And that's really also dependent on what you're asking for. Okay. So if you're in a relationship, okay, and you are manifesting or wanting someone who is loyal, someone you're going to marry that's going to treat you well, and all of that kind of stuff. If that's what you're manifesting and the person you are with cannot provide you with that, then sometimes you may see that relationship fall apart for someone else to come into the picture. Okay, and then sometimes you may be thinking, oh, my life is falling apart, I did something wrong, but that's not the case at all. That person that, you thought that you were going to be with can't provide you with what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. Okay, so, just kind of pay attention to that. Like we have a upcoming ritual, which is Chuparosa, and we also have love drawing, but I'm going to do a separate video and get back into that with some ritual prep and just talk about it, because I think it was very beneficial to my customers and those who are new that are coming in as well. But, just also, like I said, pay attention to that. Just don't feel like you're doing something wrong or lose faith. Because one thing about it too, your faith is your belief that what you are asking for, you're ready to receive it. That is going to be something that's very important. I always tell people, of course, I offer rituals. I set lights for other people. I work for other people. But I'm really big on teaching people to be self-sufficient and, kind of be able to do work for themselves. Okay. Learning and being able to evolve spiritually, because that's the whole purpose. We're here to learn. We're here to grow and all of that. And you can never, ever stop learning, I believe. Even with me, I've been practicing for years and years, but, there's still new things that I learn on a daily basis as well. So also, don't be afraid to evolve and grow and learn new things, because we're always learning. Nobody has the answers to everything. Okay. Like when I talk to you guys, yeah, I'll offer advice, but, I don't know everything, and I learn too. And sometimes it's even some customers that I've learned from. So, I always, and we always with our clients and with our community that we have built, we always want people to feel, safe. We want you to be able to ask questions and not feel like, like it's a dumb question, because I don't feel like anything is really a dumb question. Maybe in a sense that some people feel, but you know, it's all about evolving and it's all about learning. So also, like I said, don't allow time to put you in a negative and a lack state that you're not going to receive your manifestations. Okay, because like I said, it always comes through if you believe it. Okay, it kind of sounds cliche, and I talk about the mindset all the time with your inner reflecting your outer and you manifesting your thoughts, but it's really true. Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm always um, elevated and all of that kind of stuff, and I don't get upset or I don't have faults as we do as humans. I do, but luckily I have someone who can pull me back when I do get into that state, and vice versa with my mom and my husband and those within my family. So you know it's always good to have someone that can kind of understand that. But just even when things feel like they're falling apart, just try your best to stay in a positive mind frame. And when it comes to manifestation, I said I did want to talk about some techniques. Of course, your spiritual work is manifestation work. If you're lighting a candle, if you're taking a bath, if you're applying an oil, something of that nature, you are always I always tell people, set intentions. What it is that what is it that you want? Just like I give sample petitions. And I do that because a lot of people don't really know what they want. So, one thing about too with manifesting is to really figure out what it is that you want. Like I said, I can give a sample petition, but everybody has different needs and everybody desires different things. So I think one of the first things is to really just sit down, think about what you want, and write it down and put it on paper. Okay. I do like scripting as well. That's something that's good to do, and it's a good manifestation technique. And that's just basically, journaling, getting your pen and paper and writing down what it is that you want to accomplish. You can write it in the present term. I am, I have received a promotion at my job. I am the CEO of this company. I'm in a loving relationship with someone who treats me well, and we communicate. Just whatever it is that you want to accomplish and what it is that are your desires. So that's one way to manifest as well. Also, I am big on meditation, because I really feel like meditation kind of helps you to kind of reprogram your brain and also kind of control those thoughts, because like I said, you're not going to always have positive thoughts 24/7. Sometimes you're going to have those negative thoughts and those doubts and that fear that creeps in. But when you are in a process where you're able to meditate, and meditation has become a practice for you, a lot of times what you'll see is you'll be able to shut those negative thoughts down a lot more quickly and rechange your train of thought as well. So that is something that I highly recommend. And I'm going to talk about this in a video later on, but we talk about hoodoo in a traditional sense, but I do feel that as time has evolved, so has a lot of different spiritual practices as well. Okay, so such as incorporating meditation and things of that nature. Don't be afraid also to evolve, like even something as far as like candles. That's evolving as far as hoodoo is concerned, because a lot of our ancestors, they didn't have candles to light and to work and things of that nature. So as time has evolved, so has the practice as well. But, meditation and mindset is something that's going to be very, very important with any kind of spiritual practice that you're doing. Even if you're into things like the law of attraction, okay? Those are, that's something that's important. And your mind frame is going to, determine, what it is that you manifest and what it is that you get in your life and what type of energy that you have around you. So, guys, be encouraged if you feel like, your manifestations and things of that nature are not coming into fruition. I know a lot of times what we like to do, even with me as a tarot reader and doing readings for other people, a lot of us always want to know an outcome. But, like I tell people too, even when I read cards, outcomes can change, depending on what actions you take. And one thing, even with any type of manifestation, there is always going to be action required. Okay. Now, sometimes you might do some work and things just pop off and it seems like miraculous stuff just pops up. But there's always going to be work required on your end. Whether that is doing your work spiritually and being consistent with it, or whether that is actually putting in the physical work for what it is that you're asking for. You can't ask to be, in a loving, relationship, or manifest someone that's new coming in when, you meet people and you're not even going out on a date or giving them an opportunity. That's going to block what it is that you're trying to manifest. You can't ask to be a millionaire when you're not putting in the work to be a millionaire. It's not something that's going to fall out the sky. And I think people, when it comes to spiritual practices, they kind of think that it's something like, and I said it before, like something like Bewitched. You're going to twinkle your nose and things are going to fall out the sky, and it doesn't work like that. And I don't care, what practitioner or spiritual worker that you go to, if they tell you and promise you a result or in a certain time frame, and you don't have to do anything, you're not required to do anything, you probably need to find you a different spiritual worker. I'm just going to be honest, because there's always going to be some type of work that is going to be required from you when doing any type of manifestation work. That's like even when I do group rituals, I tell people to do their cleansing and things of that nature, layering their work. That's a topic for another video, but even with the cleansing, you have to make sure that you're removing any kind of negative energy that's going to affect your manifestation. So that's why doing spiritual cleansing is so important. And I might just do a whole video just on spiritual cleansing. But that was basically what I wanted to come on here and talk about, because I know a lot of people, sometimes they feel like, they may be stagnated, and sometimes it's just that energy. And I think everybody is in the place that they need to be at that particular time. Sometimes it's a learning lesson that you have to go through to progress to the next level. So that was it, guys. And I will make sure, I'm really going to try to dedicate more time to coming on and doing some more type educational videos and things that I used to do in the past. It's just been kind of busy, guys. But I know that it's needed for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't have that type of support system as well, where they can talk to friends or family. Sometimes people just don't understand. But once again, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. And also you can find us on Instagram, which is Third Generation Conjure, TikTok, which is the official TGC. You can find us on Facebook, which is Third Generation Conjure as well. And also, if you need any kind of spiritual supplies or services, you can visit our website, which is www.thirdgenerationconjure.com. And if you do like Etsy, we do sell our products there. And once again, that web address is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.